sanding with gravels and that sort of thing, decorative rock, kind of going into more of the contemporary modern look.
I have to tell you, I concur. Synthetic turf has come a long way. I had it in my last home, and I loved it. I had a putting green, and I had the traditional turf, and I have to tell you, it was wonderful, and I would do it again.
Yeah, and the nice thing, another trend here is bocce ball courts, and a lot of times it's nice to do a bocce ball court with synthetic lawn, like a putting green, because it just keeps it all nice and clean. You're not having to maintain it. It's a great option for even something like a bocce ball court on top of a putting green, you know.
Speaking of water and the shortage of water, are there things that people need to think about with regard to irrigation systems? Are there trends there that are really taking hold now more than ever before?
Yes, we're using a lot of drip irrigation. So the nice thing is you set on a timer, the emitters will emit, 1 gallon, 2 gallon, 5 gallon, 10 gallons per hour. Another great irrigation system is the Netafin, where you put it literally underneath the soil, and they have proprietary engineering on it to where it actually winds up cleaning itself out before it starts to irrigate. So it kind of blows out any dirt that's in the little holes, and it'll irrigate the area, and you could use it for, grass, planting areas, what have you.
Well, I would think one of the other things that to consider is not only a water-efficient irrigation system, but drought-tolerant landscape products, and also materials like ground cover, or I should say a mulch, if you will, gorilla hair or tam bark or whatever, that will hold water in, and so that the evaporation is less.
Yes, very, very much so. And it helps, not only, beautify the area, as well as holding in moisture, as well as resisting weeds. The barks come in many different colors now, and I think it's a great way to utilize space and kind of decorate the yard.
I got a really important question. Okay, you ready for this?
Sure.
What's been the most unusual or unique request a customer has ever made of you?
Oh, I had one client, the house was on a severe hill, I would almost say mountain, and they wanted us to build a water feature in the middle of their home.
Ooh.
And the only way I could see to getting things, and this person was a very affluent person, the only way I could see getting things or the boulders there was with a helicopter.
Wow.
And so I told him that straight up. Again, I was trying honestly, I was kind of trying to deter him, thinking this is just crazy. And he goes, yeah, that could be arranged. I could get a helicopter.
Why do the words pro athlete come to my mind? All right.
Yeah, right.
All right.
And so that was probably the craziest.
Yeah.
Anything having to do with hills. I actually met with a client, it was earlier last year, and they had, and Dave and I went on another appointment, and they'll have these big sloping hills in the back, and they think that it's just easy to say, well, just take out this chunk and then put a patio in there and put a wall. And, it's that disconnect of how much it costs to move dirt and how you have to get a wall engineered. And,
right.
I think sometimes the TV shows that fly everything in 40 seconds cause a little bit of misconception for people of what actually can be done and engineered and,
Hey, what are you talking about? We just did one of those TV shows with the very famous people.
Yeah, it was great. It was great having you a part of the 604 2nd Street Historic Renovation, which aired recently in the San Francisco Bay Area, 3 30-minute episodes. And if you'd like to see that, you can go to onthehouse.com and click on our YouTube channel and have a look at Dave and Susie and what they did to transform that beautiful little charming home in downtown Brentwood, California. Okay, Susie and Dave, You're talking to your pro audience. They're hanging on every word. We like to ask our guests to share 3 points for success. Now it's your turn.
I'll let the brains of the outfit handle that one. Susie?
Okay, thank you. So the 3 points that we came up with for today, the first one is fast follow-up with clients and leads, making sure you're getting back to people right away. Sometimes I'll just text someone, hey, just got your message, I'm in a meeting, but just making sure that they are, getting that follow-up from you quickly. The second thing that is huge is to be a resource for your clients. I do a lot of networking, so being able to connect them with other professionals that you trust so that you're giving them really good service in addition to the project that you're working them on. And number 3 is to build a strong team and, hire the right people and have great fun and great people in building a team so that you're not having to do everything yourself.
Great advice. Yet our thanks to Dave and Susie Garcia, owners of DPG Design, for joining us on CareyBrosPros for this episode. You can learn more about them and their services online at www.dpgdesign.com.
Okay, everybody, loosen up those tool belts and relax. It's time for a quick bro tip from the Carey brothers.
One of the most difficult tasks in construction is attempting to create an accurate project schedule. The adage, time is money, applies to construction just like any other business. However, a project that isn't on schedule can be extremely expensive. For example, a temporary toilet needs to be on the site until the job is complete, on schedule or not. The project budget and the project schedule must be calculated so the cost of construction is critically matched to the time that the project will take to complete. There are 2 ways to ensure that the project schedule is as accurate as possible. Number 1, use the hours or the costs in your bid to calculate the time each labor category will take to complete. When subcontracting, include a job schedule that the subcontractor will agree to comply with. Remember, if you've bid 12 hours to do a task and only put 10 hours into the production schedule, you may be sabotaging your project. Also keep in mind that subs have other customers. Scheduling accurately will ensure that subs show up on time and finish on time as well.
Well, that's our podcast for today. Thanks for listening to this edition of CareyBrosPros, the podcast for construction professionals by construction professionals. Want more? Check out CareyBrosPros.com. You'll find articles and videos to help make your business a success.